All right, we're here now with Gary Antuanne Russell. My bad. You know, pandemic, we gotta have a mask on, with hashtag.
Super lightweight, man.
Talk directly into the face.
We try, bro. So it's obviously a lot going on with the pandemic. How you been staying sharp? Y'all train all the time anyway here. We already know how Team Gary Russell goes, but has this changed anything for you and your approach to boxing?
Just a tad bit, but not at all, to be honest. It sounds like an oxymoron, but only way it did change because we had to move a little bit due to the pandemic. But even then, we got stationary in a timely fashion, so we could hop back into our normal motion, schedule and things of that nature. But nothing changed. We still paying attention to the drawing board, Kids is getting older. We getting older.
Most definitely.
And crimes are still happening. A lot of things in the business is still happening as far as the boxing industry. Certain things you just gotta just cut straight to the chase. You gotta leave it out because it'll take up the space in your mental capacity. So being focused in a ring and boxing period is very important. You got to be full-fledged and submerged in boxing. A lot of people think you can play it and you can have fun with it. It's not basketball, it's not football, it's not soccer. I'm normally the energetic one, but because I'm tunnel vision right now, we in the gym, y'all popped up on us. You know what I mean? I knew y'all was coming, but I had to.
I get that.
I'm still tunnel vision, So like I was saying, you got to be fully submerged. You can't play this sport. People die in this sport. People get killed in this sport. You got people that's taking a sacrifice already just trying to provide for their families. Everyone knows these type of typical headlines, why people even enter into this sport. I'm focusing on my opponents. I'm focusing on my crafts. I'm focusing on trying to be the best me that I can possibly be. I seen where I didn't show up 100% and where it got me. The Olympics, they robbed me, they stuck me there. It shows sometimes in my training efforts. I like to push myself to the fullest. If I can't get what I want on top of what my father wants, that's when I will fault myself. It's the trainer's job to get me to understand what he want me to understand and execute what he want me to execute. I can do that, but I want to go above and beyond because I know when I'm in that squid, can't nobody truly help me but me in it. I can convert to trusting my coach, my father, and that's the beauty of having a coach/father in my corner and my brothers, but I can convert to their help. That's your first line of defense, the last line of defense. A lot of people problems in the corners, they don't have a father working in their corner or a good coach. So they just go off of what they know. I'm going to go for what I know from this point on. I'm losing them down in the fight, lock and load, or whatever and that's just the typical mindset a fighter have, but I'm not that typical fighter. Glad to say, but like I say, I know with my shortcomings, it got me. And now, like I said, tunnel vision then, we focus on our craft, the stuff that's getting in the way of our paving the road, trying to be a hiccup, but we're pushing it to the side. There's stuff coming up with my brother, my oldest brother, with this Terrence Crawford stuff. A lot of animosity. They know where I'm with the gang. I stay with my brothers. If you bring that our way, it will be a problem. It's self-preservation, self-protecting. That's kind of like a law of nature.
Yes, sir.
That's not even a kind of, that's what it is, especially being a man out here. So, like I said, I'm blessed to be who I am. I'm blessed to be in the position I am at 140 division. I'm going to pave through that division. It ain't nobody there. I'm there. You got Robert Easton and a couple other guys. They haven't been on the scene lately, but it ain't nobody there right now. Everybody been sitting on the bench. I've been the most active, I believe. I got nominated and some more stuff. But those are accolades that I can't pay attention to. I look back and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of stuff we done did, y'all. Adding it up. but that's not our objective right now. We not looking back. That's what a review mirror is to look back. Front window shield is for you to see forward. That's what we looking at. We looking out the front window shield. Here and there, you gotta look on the side to see if somebody gonna side swipe you. Side swipe, aka these little animosity situations, under table situations. Did it with my oldest brother, Mr. Gary Russell, Terrence Crawford. People throwing his name out there. Blackball. Trying to say he an old fighter. Okay, if he's an old fighter, test the waters.
There you go.
Let's keep it professional in business. But when you come outside of professionalism and make it a personal beef or something like that, that's when things become a self-protecting issue. I believe that should go for anyone, whether you're young, old, or a child.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, but this is about boxing. I'm not going to hop into no protecting or defending yourself outside of boxing.
Real talk.
Like I said, it's a lot of guys that's in the way. You got to get out of the way at 140. I can soar in that division. I'm going to. I'm going to just say stay tuned. I got a fight up and coming to be announced. You know, a lot of people out there that know of Gary Antuanne Russell, they know how the Olympic trial and tribulations went for me. You know, I fell short bronze round due to politics and etc. You know, I was one of the 5 to ever fight from the losers bracket and fight all the way from the first round six times, then beat the person I lost to twice. That's history making stuff. There's only 5 people in the world that ever done that, and I'm one of them. So the journey, it still goes on. I'm professional now, 13 knockouts. I'm gonna keep this journey going, and I'm gonna stay positive about it. Just stay tuned to my skills. I'm versatile, very versatile.
You been past the second round yet?
Of course.
Okay. I don't know, like, what's the longest you've been in there for as a professional? I know your amateur background, but as a professional, because the most of the fights I've seen has been over kind of early, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get a feel for, you know, what would you do if you find yourself, like, you in shape, you always working, so if you find yourself in a dog fight, you know, you think you're prepared?
If I find, first things first, keyword, find yourself in a dog. I wouldn't find myself in a dog fight. If a person's in a dog fight, that's because they're not just thinking about what they're doing in the sport. Boxing is a thinking game. My oldest brother said it. This is chess. This is chess. This is intellect transferred over into a physical aspect. That's all this is. So if you in a slugfest, it's because you couldn't think on the capacity to get yourself out of that situation. If I'm in a slugfest, I know what to do because my father and my brothers is all here with me grinding, and they conditioning me to do certain things specifically when I'm in positions like that. In a ring, in the gym, we spawn pros, and we're going 12, 13 rounds. And these ain't no just pity pat or drills. No, we working. If we want to work, we're going to work. And that's just how it is in spawn. So when you see me performing on live television and I'm executing these opponents in 2 rounds and 3 rounds, that's because we executed as a unit in the gym what we needed to execute based off of what we knew on our opponent. And it just came to fruition. I just gotta listen, do what we train to do, and go and execute it. And that's what y'all see. But behind the scene, the closed doors, it's hot, stuff like that, sweaty, floor sweaty.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's a gym.
Supposed to be.
Right. That's what it is, and that's where it all comes from.
So what's the benefits of having? Because I heard you mention before. What's the benefits of having two older brothers in the boxing game and doing it? You know what I'm saying? What's the benefits of that for you as the younger?
It's inspiring. It's inspiring. I don't care what you do in life. You need some type of fuel to keep it going. Whether it's a news reporter, whether it's a soccer player, basketball player, any type of athletic profession, any type of corporate business or job, anything to that nature, you need fuel in yourself to keep you going, whether it's your family or you down on money or you just want more You want to try anything that's going to inspire you. That's your fuel. That's equivalent to you having fuel to drive you to do more. My brothers and them doing what they doing on a physical level, not only just talking to me. It's easy for a person to say, oh man, I can do this. Oh man, I'm nice at this. Oh, I did this before. But now when you, man, show me. Let's do it. And you show me on a physical level. Now I'm like, okay, you nice. Show me again. Now you're doing it consistently. And now you're showing me that it's laws and movements and positions, and it's a science to it. I know that you got it for real. It's a difference between a person telling you and showing you. And they show me on a consistent basis, and that's like inspiring me to do it too. I already do it, but it's inspiring me to get to another level. And that's an unspoken thing, you know, between the immediate family at least, you know, but it's an unspoken thing, and that's the glory of having older brothers that's a world champion or that went to the Olympics, et cetera, et cetera. They got these a lot of accolades behind their name. That's the glory and the benefit behind that. It's inspiring. It's fueling because it's raw material. There's not no he say, she say stuff. You're not getting the word and passing it on to somebody else. Nah, you there and you heard it from them themselves. That's the glory behind all that. It's a package that come with it. You know, you gotta be there to experience it. That's why I say, y'all just stay tuned. 140 division, Gary Antuanne Russell, 13-0, 13 knockouts. I'm coming.
Make history, man.
So you're not gonna break anything? You ain't gonna break no fight? You gonna break that fight to us? You ain't gonna break the fight to us, man?
What you mean break what fight?
You said you had a fight that you got in the works. I'm thinking you gonna break it on here.
I mean, like I said, I also said it was to be announced.
I know.
I'm trying to get to this training, though.
I feel you. Do your thing, man. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, bro.